Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. To all the viewers, how is everyone? How is your Ramadan? I think this is the fourth Ramadan already. Okay. Before that, please share this live with your friend and family, so people will get more people will get in touch with this topic today. So the topic today, today we are gonna be with Brother Bill Hussein Al Mando and Brother Al Nur Mastura. So these two people is the dais, active dais in Philippines, inshallah. Okay, the first is Brother Bill Hussein El Mando. Brother Bill Hussein El Mando is currently working in National Commission on Muslim Filipinos. That means he is an officer in the National Commission on Muslim Filipinos office. Uh, he basically handle about the Muslim in Philippines, the affair of the Muslim in Philippines. And next is Brother Alno Masura. Brother Alno Masura currently he is a Arabic teacher in Baguio City, Islamic Center in Baguio City, and he is currently really active doing da'wah in Baguio City. Uh, how 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 are you, Brother Bill Hussein?
Alhamdulillah, I'm good, brother. It's been a long time since we meet our fellow IDT uh, student,
Yeah.
brother Al Nur Mastura, and our instructor, psychology instructor,
Oh,
brother
mashallah.
Darwis. Alhamdulillah.
And how are you, Brother Adnur?
Alhamdulillah, all praises and thanks are due to the Almighty on God. I miss you so much in Ramadan Kareem.
Oh yeah,
Marhaban.
Ramadan Kareem, brother. Mashallah. So basically, for today topic is about the sharing Islam in the Philippines. As I know, and maybe majority of Malaysian do not know that before this, originally Philippines eh, people, a lot of them are Islamic, Muslim. But after that, when the Spain came to the Philippines, uh, a lot of people convert to Christian, right? Please correct me if I'm mistaken, right, Brother Bill Hussein or Brother Al Nur Mastura. Okay,
That's
so
true. That's true.
for that, right now, currently a lot of da'is active doing da'wah when they see that, oh, before this a lot of people in Philippines are Muslim, and then when the Spain came to the Philippines, a lot of people had been converted to Christian. So as a da'is, uh, we have a spirit that we want to change this. We will bring back the fitrah of these people of the Philippines, to bring them back to Islam, to the right way, to the right way, to the way of Islam. So I will say, Brother Bill Hussein, could you please share with us how long had you been doing da'wah? Since when, and what are the da'wah activities that you are currently doing? As I know that right now you are active volunteering in any NGO when you are doing da'wah in Philippines. Could you please explain with us and our audience?
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I've been doing da'wah since my student days, mostly during college. Whenever we have the opportunity to showcase Islam, educate others, especially our fellow students, we do it. Right now, I'm volunteering to some da'wah organizations whenever we have the opportunity to apply what we have learned in IDT in Malaysia, and also share it to others, because we believe that there are really a lot of good techniques in doing da'wah that we have learned in Malaysia, that we can also teach to others, to other dais here. So also, as someone working in the government agency uh, that primarily focused on the dealing with the affairs of Muslim Filipinos, we are able to make significant impact in terms of peace building. Together with my father, who is the commissioner of the National Commission on Muslim Filipinos, we are able to do da'wah in forms of peace building, interfaith dialogues, and becoming a good example of a Muslim to our community.
Okay. Brother Bill, you are currently like now a government officer as a that took care of the Muslim affair in Philippines, right? Could you please tell us what kind of affair that you are handling for the Muslim Philippines? You know, like in Malaysia we have how the marriage and so on. So how about in Philippines?
So right now I am an assistant to my father, who is a commissioner. His main role in our government agency is to form policies, uh, which uh, which is the to form policies which uh, creates programs for the Muslim Filipinos, creates solutions to the problems of the Muslim Filipinos. National Commission on Muslim Filipinos caters with yearly Hajj, Muslim settlements, different issues and concerns like livelihood to Muslims and such. And we also make great efforts in terms of peace building, because as we all know, Muslims are only a minority in the Philippines, and because of that, it is easy to be discriminated. That's why we are making great efforts to at least mitigate and also make peace and be understood by our country as a whole.
MashaAllah. I think Philippines Muslim is uh, have a good government because you know they have a officer that took care of the affair of the Muslim,
Yes.
right? Okay, Brother
Alhamdulillah.
Anur,
Alhamdulillah.
Brother Anur,
Yeah.
could you please tell us how long that you had been doing da'wah, and currently what are the activities that you are really active in doing da'wah right now?
Okay. Alhamdulillahi wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulillah wa ala alihi wa man wala. All praises and thanks are due to the Almighty One God, and I'd like to greet you all, especially my brothers and sisters, with Islamic greetings. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. And good evening to our non-Muslims viewers. I am An Nur, a born Muslim from Baguio City, Philippines. I am an Islamic teacher, preacher, and a da'i in various organizations such as Public Elementary School, Discover Islam Baguio, and Arham's Da'wah Cafe. So, the question a while ago, I started doing da'wah since 2013 up to present. I'm giving da'wah to non-Muslims and Muslims. I am also involved in peace building awareness programs together with Sheikh Nader Kwendo to the local government, public safety sectors, and educators. This these programs involves police da'wah. We are going to the stations of the PNP, and then masjid tours for them to be familiarized and understand the Islamic traditions and ideology. And some of my da'wah to Muslims are teaching Arabic language and Islamic values, and also Sharia in Islamic centers, Islamic schools or madrasa, and then non-Islamic schools under the Department of Education Alive program. I am also serving as a volunteer da'i, an Islamic teacher at Discover Islam Baguio, and conducts monthly lectures for the non-Muslims at a cafe owned by a Muslim sister. So that is um, that is my way to do da'wah to the non-Muslims in Muslims, because not all we know that not all Muslims are educated enough. So that's why we have to give da'wah to Muslims also. That's it, my brother.
Okay, brother. MashaAllah. Um, I interest in the dakwah to, masjid mosque tour, right? Masjid tour
Yeah.
in Philippines. You bring non-Muslim and mu'alaf to the mosque, and you had a guide tour there and explaining about Islam. Could you please explain more about it, bro?
Yes, our main guest in the Masjid Tour education are non-Muslims. Sometimes they are from City Hall or is from uh, PNP, and then from the teachers. They are all non-Muslims. So when we are giving da'wah to them, we are explaining what the Al-Quran, the last and final testament, etc. and so on. They will shock. They will say, "Oh, that is the teachings of Islam." Yes, that is the teachings of Islam, because what you see on the social media are not the teachings of Islam. But here you can ask us about Islam, because this is the true teachings of Islam. That's all.
MashaAllah. So when the people come to the mosque and face to face with the Muslim, and you provide the explanation about the Islam, Alhamdulillah. So um, it solves some of their confusion about the what is happening for the Muslim and what is happening in the Islam religion. So, brother Anur, when you are doing da'wah, had someone having shahada with you or your team, please share with us.
Wow, when someone going to take shahada,
Yes, yes.
okay. First of all, I especially when I came back from Malaysia, when I joined the training, alhamdulillah, I started to explain them the difference of the creator and the creation. You know,
Masha.
when I joined the training, alhamdulillah, I learned more effectively how to explain the Tawheed, the oneness of the Almighty One God, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Because even you are new Muslims, you have to know the difference of the creator in the creation. So that is one of the method that I am using now. And then after that, explaining the Arkanul Islam, Arkanul Iman, and also the misconceptions amongst Muslims.
Okay. So Brother Bill Hussein Mando, could you please tell us? Do you know when the Muslim become when the non-Muslim revert to Islam? Actually, for the Da'is, they will not stop there only, because they will follow up with the non-Muslim, right? So, could you please share with us how do you handle reverts after they accept Islam?
One of the most important things that I've learned in IDT is how to effectively handle non-Muslims reverts to Islam, because doing da'wah, giving them information about Islam and making them do the shahada is only the first part of the da'wah. The real challenge is how to handle them so that they may remain consistent in becoming a Muslim, becoming a good Muslim. So one of the most important things I've learned is that we first invest or bank on their essential beliefs or their aqidah, because from their aqidah everything follows, practices, salah, and all the practices in Islam. So by means of encouragement, constant communication to the revert, uh, make them feel that they are not alone. If you can offer them solutions to their problem, like giving them opportunities to solve their problems and live an Islamic life. If you can recommend them some livelihood, if they're previously engaged in some uh, haram activities, you can do that so that they may also feel that you are really serious about helping him and that Muslims are really serious about helping him. So
Okay.
by
Yeah.
by doing those things, inshallah, the revert the revert becomes consistent. It takes time, but inshallah, it is going to work.
Okay, so right now with the new Muslim that you have been contacted and you have been follow up, you are still doing that right now, and you know sometimes how long it take for them uh, to understand the akidah, and after that they go to the
It
so on.
actually varies. It depends on the person, their initiative, because not all people have the same level of interest or level of enthusiasm in Islam. Some people learn to accept Islam early. Some people learn to accept Islam for years, even or months. Usually about 3 months or more than that. Usually,
Okay, that's Brother Hussein. Now, Brother Al Nur, we had listened to Brother Bill Hussein about how he handled reward. Now, how about you, Brother Al Nur? How do you handle the reward?
Okay, thank you very much for the humble question. um, when they accept Islam, I record their personal information and submits it to the main Islamic center here in Baguio City, which is at Discover Islam Baguio. And then I add them to my personal Facebook group chats for new Muslims that I have given shahadas to give daily lectures and answer their questions. I also invite them to have face-to-face lecture on the basic knowledge in Islam at Discover Islam Baguio. This involves how to make wudu, salah, tawhid, or the oneness of the Almighty One God, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and especially the difference of the Creator in the creation. Lastly, I encourage them to seek more knowledge by giving time for it because this is an obligation for every one of us. As Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, طلب العلم فريضة على كل مسلم ومسلمة. Seeking knowledge is an obligation for every one of us. So that's why until now, I am still encouraging them. Sometimes I cry to them because, uh, not all reverse Muslim do the same. They learn more about Islam. So that's it. That is the way how I handle the new Muslims.
Okay, that's Brother Al Nur. Like like Brother Bill Hussein said before, it's not everyone have the same interest. You know, sometimes when they learn about Islam, and after that they need to seek the knowledge themselves, because we cannot provide everything for them. So
Yeah.
I can understand that Brother Al Nur. Yeah. So when we talk about the da'wah, when we talk about the da'wah, it's actually people will see like it's easy, and some people say it's not really easy. But actually in Dawa, yeah, there is some challenges that we had to face along the way. But it's normal because when we see Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, what happened when he was in the Taif, when he want to spread the message of Islam, people throw the stone to him until it's a lot of blood out. And yeah, for us, we have our own challenge and that we need to face. And maybe Brother Ben Hussein can share what the challenge that you had been faced before when you are doing da'wah.
yes. Thank you for that question. Still, for me, one of the main challenges in doing da'wah in the Philippines is discrimination. There are still many Muslims who are being left out and not provided with opportunities to become professionals or earn a good livelihood. These people are more prone to discrimination since there's always been the idea that Muslims are prone to becoming a violent person. And it becomes hard to convince non-Muslims that that is not the case, because sometimes there are really so-called Muslims that do harm. So for me, uh, the, those Muslims are of course considered as uh, not really practicing the true teachings of Islam, and it is our job to explain to non-Muslims that. So for me, sometimes explaining isn't enough. Non-Muslims cannot be just convinced by mere providing them with information about the true knowledge of Islam. One of the ways is volunteerism in humanitarian works. Like for example, uh, providing relief, uh, participating in providing relief operations, both to Muslims and also non-Muslims. Especially if people know that we are Muslims. If the non-Muslims know that we Muslims are also helping them, not only our fellow Muslims but also them, helping them survive in state of crisis. This helped them realize that Muslims isn't only concerned with their fellow Muslims, but also to everyone, like Christians. That gives us the opportunity to make them realize that Islam teaches us not violence, but also mercy to mankind, regardless of the religion. This also opens up the opportunity for us to educate them about the Islam. In our office, with the initiative of Commissioner Yusuf Mando, we also proposed the interfaith program. This is a periodical interfaith dialogue from the smallest scale to the largest scale of the community. For example, like village level, municipality level, provincial level, and national level. This helps us form bridges to different people in different religions, because we have the vision that if we integrate ourselves into the society, to our community, we can live together in harmony despite of our differences. Then it is impossible for us to be discriminated. Interfaith dialogues also allows us to do da'wah by explaining Islam with the help of Quran and Sunnah, inshallah.
MashaAllah. So, Brother Bill Hussein is currently active in help how to uh, less the discrimination that happened to the Muslim community in Philippines. MashaAllah. So, Brother Al Nur, during your da'wah, what is the challenge that you had been faced, and how do you handle this kind of situation?
Actually, um, the answers of Bro Hussein is same, so discrimination. But alhamdulillah, I used to be in that situation. Sometimes they call you a bummer. Sometimes they call you a killer. So alhamdulillah, because of those words or bad elements amongst Muslims, I use it to share the teachings of Islam because they created demand and they created when they created demand. I can share the teachings of Islam, who is the true Muslim, what is the Islam, etc. and so on. And for the uh, other problems, alhamdulillah, I don't see it because I used to be. That's it.
MashaAllah. So you are one of them before, yeah.
Yeah,
And right now, Alhamdulillah, you are the one who actively doing da'wah to help them. Uh, let's make it less the discrimination that happened right now in Philippines. You know,
actually,
yeah,
actually,
yes,
brother Darwis, when I was 17 years old, because I am a Muslim, I got I got to jail.
MashaAllah. Okay,
Somebody got me to jail because I am Muslim. But Alhamdulillah, Allah Subhanahu wa Taala made a way to me to go out from the jail. That's why I am used to be.
yeah, MashaAllah. Uh, so in Philippines, like Philippines, you know, Muslim there is a minority, so it's this discrimination happen there because you know some of the non-Muslim happen to see the media social and the West media that describe how is the Islam, but when you learn about Islam from the right people, they'll teach you what is the real Islam. Yeah. So uh, when they know the truth, actually the discrimination will gone, right? Like brother,
Yes.
what like what happened to brother An Nur, mashallah. Okay. Actually, you two are currently basically the student, the first batch of Dawa Pro in Malaysia, right? And we just we look at what you are doing right now in your social media, masya Allah. After you are joining Dawa Pro, you are more active. I see. I saw that you are more active in your Dawah, masya Allah. So,
Alhamdulillah.
Brother Bill Hussein, how do you find this Dawah Pro program? How does it really benefit you in your work in your country? Actually, could you please share with the audience that currently see this live right now?
Alhamdulillah. So, if only people know about Dawa Pro, especially the Dai, they would do anything just to become the part of it. One of the biggest benefit of the Dawa Pro that I find to be very beneficial is the personal development of a good Dai. Personally, it equipped me with an understanding of the importance of Dawah and how we can call others to Islam in a way that doesn't cause further confusion to the non-Muslims. Because sometimes when we do da'wah without any good understanding of Islam ourselves, we may just cause them to be further away from Islam. And Dawah Pro taught me a lot of techniques and realizations about how to properly approach non-Muslims in a better way and effective way. So just dealing with the commonly asked questions is hard. For example, why do Muslims have many wives? Why do Muslims doesn't drink alcohol or eat pork? These are hard questions, but Dawa Pro has taught me how to answer them and how to approach them in an understandable manner that doesn't cause further confusion to non-Muslims. uh, Dawa Pro has the best approaches so far in dealing with those. Only in Dawa Pro can we be taught how holistic being a Dai is. Imagine in Dawa Academy, we are taught the psychology,
Yeah.
personal development, comparative religion. Those things are more than just the level of the knowledge of the common Dai, but in IDT, those are also taught because they want to really make good dai that are capable of dealing with different concerns and issues about life in general.
MashaAllah. Okay, Brother Bill Hussein. Alhamdulillah. So you got a lot of benefit from the Dawah Pro. Actually, for the audience that currently seeing this live right now, maybe they're asking what is Dawah Pro? What is Dawah Pro? Actually, Dawah Pro is one of the program that IDT, Interactive Dawah and Tarbiyah Association, uh, have been doing for to train all the dais uh, from all the Southeast Asia. And Alhamdulillah, Brother Bil Hussein and Brother Al Nur, actually they are the first batch that joined this program. And Alhamdulillah, they have proved that this program really give the benefit to them. Like Brother Bill Hussein, a lot of technique, a lot of skill that he before this he also a da'i, but he never learned about all of these things. What he knows is just he go to the non-Muslim, he just spread the message and so on. But we need to see that is it really effective this way? Is it really effective when you just go there without no knowledge, without any skill, without the right technique that you want to share with them about the Islam with the non-Muslim? Because all of this is really important. So that's why IDT has create these activities. So we really like to help all these da'is how to improve their technique and their knowledge, how to handle this kind this river or this question and this non-Muslim and everything. So Brother Al Nur, this program, this the opera program, as the first batch, and as a da'i, can you please share before you join the Dawah Pro, and after you join the Dawah Pro, how it really benefits you in your da'wah?
Alhamdulillah, again, Alhamdulillah. Um, because um, after I joined the training, I learned how to give da'wah more effectively and understand the word of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said in the Surah Al-Quran, Surah Al-Nahl, chapter 16, verse 125. Ud'u ila sabili rabbika bil hikmah. O Muhammad, spread the teachings of Islam for only your love to your Lord. Meaning you have to be a sincere. And then before you do a da'wah, you have to um I mean when you give da'wah bil hikmah, with wisdom, wal mau'idatil hasana, in the right place, right time. You cannot just give da'wah in any place, in any time. No, you cannot give da'wah, especially here in Philippines, because a lot of here are non-Muslims. So Alhamdulillah, I learned that. And also, um, how to explain the Tawheed, because before I know how to explain Tawheed, Tawheed Rububiyyah, Uluhiyyah, Asma wa Sifat, but they cannot understand. But when you use CVC, the creator versus creation, mashallah, alhamdulillah, when I use that to the PNP, Police National Philippine, here in Philippines, in Baguio, um, after I discussed the CVC, they are so very, very happy and proud because I explained the CVC. Alhamdulillah, because I learned that from, of course,
Hello, looks like
much.
brother Alfu, yeah,
And also,
he just disappeared for a second. Yeah.
and also, when you encounter a question, Brolim said, study it first, and how you will answer it with wisdom. When you encounter one question, for example, um, what is hijab? Why the Muslims women's wear hijab? So study that history, from Al Quran, or else you can also study in the Bible.
Right.
Alhamdulillah, and a lot of knowledge that I learned before I after I joined the training. Alhamdulillah.
MashaAllah, Brother Al Nur. Yeah, actually, one is the most important approach that IT really want to uh, teach this dai is CVC, because when you said about that, before you said that about rububiyah, uluhiyah, asma wa sifat, and in Philippines, normally people dais in Philippines use that method, right,
Yeah.
Brother Anna? Okay, so CVC actually is to help non-Muslim to understand easily how they want to recognize their creator and how to differentiate between the creator and the creation. MashaAllah. So, Brother Bill Hussein, when you joined our pro, you said that you had a lot of benefits. How do you, how will you recommend Dawah Pro or this program to others?
Uh, Dawah Pro is a holistic approach to Dawah. It trains you not only to become a good da'i, but also gives you different knowledge, like different knowledge in different fields, like personal development, psychology, comparative religion. These things are helpful in giving in becoming a better da'i. So it's also a truly immersive experience, because in Dawa Pro we get to uh, learn real time. Like we went to different spots, we went to different masjids, just to learn the different ways of doing da'wah by uh, different people, because sometimes uh, da'wah is not a one approach. There are many approaches to da'wah, and da'wah pro really gives you an insight, gives you an idea on how to make da'wah in different situations, in different people.
MashaAllah. Thank you, Brother Bin Hussein. Brother An Nur, when you joined the OPRO and you return to your country, right? Um, could you please share uh, briefly when you use the CVC uh, approach to the non-Muslim and to the reverts, how their response and how this method help them um, to reverts to Islam?
Alhamdulillah, because when I explain CVC, the creator and the creations, I also mention the some verse of Bibles that Bro Limpy taught us, such as according to Bible in the book of Isaiah chapter 9 verse 6, for to us a child is born, to us etc. and so on. And when they heard about Bible that Jesus was a man, he's he is a creation, they they realized that, oh, what happened to us, because I also shared to them that when you buy gold, before you buy gold, you should have you should know that gold is fake or not before you buy gold. And this mythology, the CBC, ever living, beginning and ending, etc. and so on. This these characteristics is you can know the the true God and not. So maybe after a month, after a year, maybe they will go to you or the other Muslims, and they will say, I, I have to become a Muslim because of that.
MashaAllah. So, Brother Ano, when the response is quite good about the CVC, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
I can say,
very
Allah,
effective,
really
mashallah.
good, MashaAllah. Okay, right now we are already at the end of this program, of this sharing today. But before that, I would like to open any question from the audience in this from the Facebook, YouTube. If you have any question to ask our dais from the Philippines, um, please feel free to ask in the comment. Okay. Actually, there is one question here. Okay. This is about, can the dai other dais from other country come to Philippines, and what they need to know before they start doing dakwah in Philippines? Maybe Brother Bill Hussein can answer.
Uh, First, they need to know that the Philippines is a Christian dominated country. So you also have to learn a little bit or some basic knowledge about Christianity, so that you can avoid confrontation, because some Christians can be easily offended. So you have to avoid that, so that you can talk to them in a better way. And also there are also different sects within Christian religion, like Iglesia, Iglesia ni Cristo, Seventh Day Adventist, and many more.
The
So
on evangelical, like
yes, yes,
that,
different Christian sects. So you
mm.
just have to be aware, so you can become more careful in doing da'wah, and also more effective, and avoid any sensitive topics that might just make you make you into confront each other. You know.
Is it really sensitive for when the Muslim do the preaching of Islam at the public, you know, at the for example Central Market. Is it offend other side?
Actually, it's not really offensive to them. Sometimes many Christians are also curious about the Islam. As long as you mention the our similarities first with them, they become curious and listen to you and learn more about Islam. They're
MashaAllah.
also very receptive to new information. So, and also Filipinos are actually kind people, good people. They are not that that hard to deal to talk with. They are
Masya.
friendly and nice.
So, for those dais outside there, not only for the Muslim in Philippines, but all the dais all around the world. If it's not, we are not doing dawah in our country because what we are doing right now is um, you know the job is in doing da'wah, how we can spread Islam to all over the world. So maybe the da'is from Malaysia will come to Philippines because they want to help the non-Muslim in Philippines um, to spread the truth, the message of Islam, mashallah. Okay, right now we are towards the end of this program, and I hope that this program will help give awareness to the Malaysian about um, how the Islam in the Philippines and how the da'is there doing da'wah in Philippines. Uh, so thank you for those who watching this live, and thank you for our panel, brother Al Nur Masura and brother Bill Hussein. And if for those who really want to support our da'wah, please donate to us. We have the bank account here, or you can go to www.dakwah.my, or you can transfer to Maybank, our account IDT. So inshallah, it will help our dakwah, and you donate, we are doing the work for you, inshallah. Okay, that's all for tonight. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Wa alaikumussalam wa
Alaikum salam.
rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.